Something terrifying happened to me not too long ago, and I feel like I need to share it with you all. It's been messing with my head ever since, and I can't find any logical explanation for what I experienced. It was a dark and stormy night when I found myself in the middle of nowhere, running low on gas. The rain poured down heavily, and I could barely see the road ahead. My heart sank as I realized my only hope was to find a gas station, even if it meant braving the eerie night. Finally, a flickering neon sign emerged from the mist, a rundown gas station that seemed straight out of a horror movie. Relieved, I pulled in, hoping to fuel up and be on my way. But the moment I stepped out of my car, a chill ran down my spine. Something was off about this place. I glanced around, my eyes trying to adjust to the dimly lit surroundings. The flickering lights cast eerie shadows, giving the gas station an unsettling vibe. It felt like I had stumbled into a nightmare, but I shook it off, thinking it was just my imagination playing tricks on me. As I approached the pump, I noticed the silence. No distant hum of other cars, no chatter from customers. Just an eerie silence that made my skin crawl. I looked around, searching for any sign of life, but the gas station appeared deserted. That's when I saw him, the attendant. He stood behind the counter, his face obscured by a tattered cap, his eyes locked on a static-filled TV screen. The sound coming from the television was distorted, and the images flickered in black and white. The attendant didn't acknowledge my presence, which only added to the growing sense of unease. I decided to shrug it off and focus on filling up my tank. But as the gas pump clicked, indicating that it was full, I realized something horrifying: the numbers on the pump hadn't changed. It was as if the fuel had vanished into thin air. Panic started to set in as I looked at the seemingly untouched pump. Feeling a surge of fear, I hurried back to my car, desperate to leave that creepy place behind. But as I pulled onto the road and drove for what felt like hours, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. The rain didn't let up, and the same landmarks seemed to repeat themselves. It was as if I was going in circles. In disbelief, I pulled over and checked my surroundings. To my horror, I found myself back at the very same gas station. It was impossible. I had driven for miles, yet somehow, I had ended up right back where I started. The neon sign flickered mockingly in the night. I felt a knot in my stomach as I realized I was trapped. Every time I tried to escape, I found myself back at that wretched gas station. Hours turned into days, and I lost all sense of time. Sleep eluded me, and the silence of the station consumed my sanity. As I sit here, typing this out on my phone, I can see the attendant through the window. He hasn't moved since I first arrived. I know I'm stuck in an endless loop, forever bound to this gas station. It's a nightmare I can't wake up from, and I fear I'll be here for eternity. So, my friends, if you ever come across a desolate gas station on a stormy night, I urge you to turn around and never look back. There are forces out there we can't explain, and once they have you in their clutches, there's no escaping their grasp.